Awesome. Hey guys, I have Brent Gove here, guys. If you don't know Brent, he's an amazing man of God, amazing man of business, amazing father, husband, one of the most generous people I know. And anyways, I'm so thankful that you're here, Brent, and I'm excited for you to bring the fire, bring the heat, and share your wisdom and your knowledge with my community. So thank you.
Now, real quick, just so I know who I'm talking to, I know that I believe Kyle is in Durango. Thumbs up. Are you in Durango, Colorado, Kyle? Is that what you are?
Yeah. Most of these people are not in Durango.
I know. That's why I'm asking. Mike Johnson, where are you? You look like Detroit, Motor City, baby. You look like you got a, I don't know.
Phoenix, Arizona. So
Same
you were really
thing.
close.
Same thing. Detroit, Phoenix. You cannot tell them apart. All right. JC. JC's in the house. Where are you from, JC?
I am in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Come on, baby. That's why you get the purple shirt on. I love it, baby. I love you. Get
You
the
got
swag,
it.
that Miami vibe floating down to Fort Lauderdale or up. Is Fort Lauderdale north or south of Miami?
It's north, about
I
40
always
minutes.
thought it was south. No wonder I get lost there every time
Yeah.
I'm trying to go to Fort. I go south and it's north. Literally, I did not know that till just now. I always pictured it south. John, where are you from, baby?
Las Vegas.
I had you pegged for Louisiana or something, man. You just got that Baton Rouge. I don't know, man. You get that look. Las Vegas. I love Vegas, baby. We're doing Build in Las Vegas. We just set it up last week. It's going to be November 13th and 14th in Las Vegas at the JW Marriott. It's the biggest event for California of the year that's not in California, but I know we claim Las Vegas. It's just right there, right over the hill. So it's going to be November 13th and 14th. I'm going to fly in for that. It's going to be a massive event. So it's, EXP Con's in October. Like, what is the date for that? The 6th, 7th, 8th or something? Yeah. So it's the first week in October, but it's all the way in Salt Lake. So this is going to be in your backyard. So you definitely want to be the 7th through the 9th is EXP Con. In fact, I should have Michael, where are you from?
I'm also from Vegas.
Right on. November 13th to 14th. Let's meet. It's going to be huge. Matt, where are you from?
I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix. Right on. I'm going to be in Phoenix June 2nd. I think somebody else is in Phoenix. Who else was it? Mike Johnson's in Phoenix. So come hang out with me. I'm doing a lunch and learn at noon in Scottsdale, probably. And it's going to be June 2nd at noon to 1. I'm going to do a live EXP Explained. It's going to be packed. We're not going to tell everyone about it. So it's going to be a smaller group, probably 40, 50, 60. I don't want 4, 5, 600. I want something you could bring your guests to. So, and then that evening, I'm doing an EXP boot camp, agent attraction from 7 to 9. And I'm going to have some mega stars there, and it's going to be incredible. That's June 2nd in Phoenix. So let's let you know about that. And then on June 6th, who knows Pace Morby? Wave at me if you know who Pace Morby is. 1, 2, 3, 4. The other 4 of you, and the other ones who are camera on, there's 21. There's other people here with their cameras off. He's amazing. Pace is amazing. So I'm doing an event at Pace's office on June 6th. I'm going to invite all of you to it. And are you ready for this? Before I show it, I have that on my laptop. I saw it. Pace is, I think, the most prolific person to hit real estate in 100 years. He's way bigger than Robert Kiyosaki. He's way bigger what he's doing. He has 900 employees. Kiyosaki never had 900 employees. He acquired $1 billion worth of real estate in the last 5 years. And I took one idea and I got a property for 1.1 billion seller financing. You don't need any money down, no credit, no bank, no appraisal, no problem. I'm on title. I own the property. I make the seller who didn't want to pay capital gains. He owned it outright. If he would have sold it, he would have paid 300,000 or 400,000 in capital gains. The silver tsunami. They're retiring and moving to Phoenix. They're moving to Fort Lauderdale. They're moving to Las Vegas. They're getting out of LA. They're retiring and moving out of state, but they own things and they'll be the bank. And so he's financing me for 30 years at $5,800 a month. And it rents currently for $15,000 a month. So I make almost $10,000 a month positive cash flow immediately. He did not want to be a renter. He did not want to deal with that. I put one of my kids, my daughter's in charge of it, and so and literally I just listened to what Pace said for like 5 minutes and I did it. And he goes, yeah, I want to sell my place. I go, do you want to pay the 300,000-400,000 in cap? No. I go, how about sell it to me? Turn it into an annuity. I'll pay you $5,800 a month for the next 30 years. You go to Montana. He did move to Montana. So he has his Social Security. He gets $5,800 a month for 30 years. Plus, he gets interest. I pay him 5.1 on the 1.1 million. So he's actually going to end up getting about 1.4 million. So if he would have paid 400,000 in capital gains taxes, it would have been 700,000. Now he gets 1.4. He gets double the return. They say yes all day long. It is so easy to do. And so you don't need money. You don't need a bank. Oh, your debt to income ratio. So we got to see the divorce paperwork. We got to see, do you have a renter? Yeah, you haven't rented. And and it's in the price. No bank, no credit, no money, no appraisal, no problem. It's you and the seller. And the seller's like, if I sell it, I get hosed on capital gains taxes. And these old timers, these silver tsunami, they're crusty. They worked their whole life. I got a guy selling me a $12 million condo complex with 32 condos. And he does not want to pay the capital gains, which is going to be like $3 or $4 million. He'll net 7 or 8. He's going to sell to me and he'll net, instead of 12 million, he'll net about 1.5, 1.6 million instead of 7 or 8 million. It's easy to do this. Come June 6th, I don't get paid any money. I don't make a dime. I think Pace Morby is that powerful. So it's June 6th in Phoenix. All the Phoenix people, you're lucky. So you should come. I'm telling you, you should go. You can acquire easily. So come June 6th, there's the man, Pace Morby, and it's at his office in Scottsdale. Get that little blingy bling thing, whatever that thing is, a squiggly box, and get registered. Take a picture of this because I'm going to put it back down. There's a website, if you can't get the squiggly box to work, it's called adaywithpace.eventbrite.com. adaywithpace.eventbrite.com, or get this to work. It's 10 to 4. People paid $3,000 a person to be there. Now we paid it to sell a home, save a child, Ford Edge. Pace doesn't get $1. I don't get $1. Pace is in Montana in the month of June and July and August. He's flying back Friday night the 5th. His staff is coming in on Saturday. Spend the entire day with you guys. It's going to be freaking amazing. There'll be over 100 of us. And you guys can come. If you want to come, come. An 18-year-old can do this. They can get a little 3-bedroom, 2-bath, seller financing. They pay the seller and they lower the rate. Instead of 7%, he's the seller's, I'll give you 2.9. I like, you're a nice young family. I'll give you 3.9. Go get that on the open market. 30-year fixed, 3.9, 2.9, no money down, no bank, no appraisal, no problem. I know I spent some time on this, but you need to listen to me. I'm telling you, this is how you could do it. And he teaches you in one day. You'll know in an hour, but it's so good. And so Forward Edge, which is sell a home, save a child, we've raised money for them. They save 30,000 kids a year. We've raised almost $2 million. Keller Williams was their number one supporter. We passed Keller Williams. I am competitive, and it's for the kids. So you don't have to pay a dime. It is free to you as my guest. And if you're really impressed, you feel like it was life-changing, you want to donate $100 to sell a home, save a child, or 200 while you're there, that's your business. And it won't be a hard pitch, nothing. It's all going to be about what I'm talking about all day. And I've said, I went a little crazy on that, but I think it's really important for your family's future to learn how to do this. So I think I stopped my share. You could see it again. So, okay, we'll do 2 more and we're going to get into it. So Louis. Is it Louis? I can't see. Louis, where are you from? Is it?
I'm coming to you live from New York City. And JC is my cousin, my brother from another mother down in Florida.
I love it in Florida. So JC, I mean, Louis, so New York City, guess where I'm going to be there this year?
When?
I'm not. I wish I was there. I'm going everywhere. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. I'm not coming to New York City, man. Okay, so here we are. We're here to talk about how to build a revenue share organization. So this is a slide. EXP slide has percentages, and it's made by tech nerds, and it's terrible. So we remade it. It is approved by marketing and EXP. It's beautiful. It's aesthetically pleasing to the eye, the colors, the layout, took all the percentages off, and just bottom line, like, what does it mean? Like you talk to a contractor, well, I'll remodel the bathroom for $8.23 a square foot. What the hell does that mean? You know, oh, I'll remodel your bathroom for 18 grand. Okay, I can wrap my brain around that. Talk to us in English. You know, I always can't stand it when they quote per square foot. It's like nobody knows what the square footage of the kitchen was or the bathroom. So this is simple. You recruit someone, they cap, which means they probably sell 4 or 5 homes a year. You get $1,400, which doesn't seem like a lot. But everyone they recruit, you get $1,600. Everyone they recruit, you get $1,000, so forth and so on, all the way down to tier 7. Everyone they recruit, they tell people, and it's exactly how we grow. Every company grows like this. They just don't share the revenue. I was at Remax for 12 years. I told 100 people. The people I told, they told people. And those people told people, and it radiated out 7 generations. There were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people at Remax because of me. I didn't get paid $1. There's no revenue sharing. And that's how it is at Coldwell Banker. That's how it is at Sotheby's. That's how it is at Compass. That's how it is at the agency. That's how it is at Realty One. That's how it is at HomeSmart. That's how it is at Berkshire Hathaway. That's how it is, not at EXP. If you refer someone, they sell a home, it creates revenue. Some companies have 50-50 split, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, 90-10. Well, we're on an 80-20. So 20% goes up to EXP as revenue. They cut it in half and half goes back to us. So they go up to 1,400 a year. If they cap, you're going to get 1,400. If they sell 2 homes in a year, you get 700. Okay. So if they cap, you get 1,400. So if you tell 10 people who sell 5 or 6 homes a year, and some markets 2, because they'll cap because the prices are, $1 million to a house, but you get 1,400. So if you tell 10, that's 14,000. If everyone they tell, you get 1,600. Everyone they tell 1,000. So, and by the way, to unlock the levels, first 3 levels are just unlocked. You tell one person, they tell people, you're getting paid. If on level 4, you have to tell 5 people to get paid on people on that level. You personally have to refer 5 people to EXP. The more you help the company grow, the more they pay you. If you refer 10 people to EXP over here on tier 5, it unlocks the 5th level. You refer 10 agents to EXP, and then they're telling people, we're telling people. So the more the company grows, the more they benefit financially, so do you. And then 15, and then 30 unlocks tier 7. So it grows. So I'm going to give you an example. Remember these numbers in general, and then watch this. So then you go to this slide. This is the other slide that Rob's going to send you, Kyle, that he can give to everyone. And I show this every day. This is what I show. I'm not talking about land and ranch and luxury. I will if they want to go there, commercial. I want people who are excited about this. I think I'm the number 1 highest paid revenue share earner at EXP of all time. You could talk about luxury. You'll have a group, 40, 50, 80 luxury agents. I think in 100 days, I had 100 agents. In 6 months, I had 370. And a year, I had 888 or 885 agents my first year who did commercial, luxury, residential, land and ranch, and just rocked it. The next year, 3,500. So if you get all fired up about AI and you focus on AI, you'll probably have some AI agents and that. It'll be good. But I want to recruit agents who are excited about recruiting, who sold. Agents who sell, the buy box said to sell 10 homes a year, I don't talk to them. They have to sell 10 homes a year. You talk to 20 new agents, 90% failure rate. You'll answer the questions of 20 agents to find 2 who make it. It's a 90% failure rate in this market. And the 2 who make it are just selling real estate. They're not telling other agents. They're trying to survive. They made it. They're excited about selling real estate and paying their bills, as they should be. But so I don't talk to new agents. Give those away. I talk to agents who want to recruit. And how do I know? I showed them this and they either like it or they don't. If they liked it, I would sponsor them. So watch this. If you tell 10 agents who tell 10 agents, let's say this year you tell 10, you get 1,400 an agent. That's 14,000. You could do 20. Am I limited to 20? No, you can do 30. I actually did 49 my first year. So you can multiply that times 5. Not bad your first year. I get 3 Starbucks cards at Remax for this. And you multiply that times 5. What would that be? $70,000. I'll take that over 3 Starbucks cards from Remax. Then each of the 10 I told, let's say that next year they each tell 10. 10 who tell 10. Some will tell 1 or 2. Some will tell 10. Some will tell 18 or 20. Some will tell none, some will tell 30. It'll average 10. So 2 years from now, at the end of 2 years, you'd have 100 on tier 2. 10 to 10, that's 100. You get 1,600 an agent. That's $160,000 a year of passive income from one of your 7 levels. I'll say it again. That's $160,000 a year from one of your 7 levels. Let's say year 3, each of those agents tell 5. Some will tell 1 or 2 or none. Some will tell 10 or 12 or 15 or 20. It'll average 5. So on tier 2, on tier 3, you have 500 times 1,000 agent. Now you're making $500,000 a year from one of your 7 tiers, plus 160,000 a year from tier 2, plus 14 from tier 1. That's 674,000 a year. I was 51 years old when I saw this. I'm 60 now. I owned homes, I owned stock, I owned whole life insurance, I owned, different investments, and nothing Nothing was cash flowing 100,000 a year positive. Well, you had rentals. Yep. But guess what? People don't pay the rent. The property gets damaged, or they just got to reprove the roof. They didn't damage it, but it's time for a new roof. It's time for, I just bought hurricane motors for my hurricane shutters in the Caribbean, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So it eats away at the profit. What do you really make when it's all done and said? And so $674,000 a year positive return. Now, what did you invest? Nothing. What did you invest? Your ego. It's an ego risk. Write that down. This is an ego risk, not a capital risk. You risk your ego. Well, someone might tell me no, and it hurts. Well, people do that when you call them on expireds. For sale by owners at open houses. We have your card. We'll call you. We have your card. We have your card. We'll call you. That's rejection. It doesn't feel good. I didn't like it either. But you gotta put your big boy pants on, your big girl pants. Now think, well, yeah, does it really work like that? Okay, now remember, I met people who sponsored, I'll come back to this. I met people who sponsored 25 agents, and they and they said, it's not working. I only have 40 people in my group. I said, really? Really? They missed the first part, the buy box. When you're buying investment property, we buy properties in this price range. It's called a buy box. You need to have it with agents you're talking to. We teach our agents all the time. You need to have standards. What do you mean? Well, you just sell $1 million homes, or do you sell $200,000 homes? Is your goal 5 to 10 million, or is your goal, whatever comes your way? Like, do you sell land? I got a little piece of land. It's probably worth 90 grand. I guess I could sell land. My grandma has a mobile home. Do you sell mobile homes? Sure. It's like, have some standards here, man. The Motel 6 has no standards. They're the cheapest room you can get out there. Remember Motel 6? You remember their slogan? We'll leave the porch light on. Do you know why they leave the porch light on? Because you're going to get mugged on the way to your room if that porch light ain't on, because they're in shady parts of town. It's just a bed that's like, ooh, you just lay on top of it and you know it's moving, and the door, you hope nobody kicks it in. You're like, I'm not getting rained on. I'm not outside. It's the cheapest hotel room. But they know their client, which is anybody. They want the cheapest room we can get. I'm Tom Bodette. We'll leave the porch light on. And then the truckers come and whoever else who just, and I've rented a Motel 6 room, so we've all done it, right? But the Ritz-Carlton and the Four Seasons, they know their clients. The Holiday Inn, Crown Plaza, they know their clients. The Marriott Residence Inn, they know they're kind of the business travelers just tired of hotels, and they want to maybe make dinner at night and buy some groceries. They know. So do you know your clients? And in real estate, like, I get to the point where if it was under $400,000, now this is 9 years ago, but under 400,000, I refer it out. I don't work with people in it, not because I'm not better than those people, but if I'm going to go work 40, 50 hours a week away from my family, instead of selling 40 homes at 300,000, I'll sell 40 homes at 600,000. The homes are more enjoyable to show. They're in better condition, have less mold damage, etc. And you make twice the income. It's less competitive, like, well, you could do, well, I do 600,000. How many you sell? 50. Well, how about selling 50 at 1.2? Twice the income. The homes are nicer to show. Your car's going to get broken into while you're showing the house, blah, 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 blah. And so we teach people about taking the price and bringing it up. We got to do it when it comes to agent attraction. So I had someone tell me I have 25 agents and I'm not getting duplication. I only have 40 people in my group. EXP is not working. No, I asked some questions. I said, so how many of those 25 agents were super excited about agent attraction? They're like, they couldn't sleep. They had EXP insomnia because they're really excited about recruiting. 3. Okay, so you write this down. You're confusing activity with accomplishment. You didn't sponsor 25. You sponsored 3. Why would it work? Why'd the other ones come? Well, they liked our luxury division. They liked our land and ranch. They liked our culture. They liked the slogan where the pros go to grow. They liked our fast cap program. They liked our split, 80-20 split. They were getting 75-25. They were on an 85-15, but there was no cap. And so they paid $60,000 to their broker last year. They go back to an 80-20, but they only pay 16. And they actually sell 30 homes plus a year. So actually earn $16,000 in stock through the Icon Award program. So it actually goes to 0. And they came to take their cost basis to 0, and minus a few monthly fees and all that. But compared to paying 60, 70, 80, we had agents in Hilton Head paying their broker $280,000 a year, $380,000 a year on the splits. Literally, and we brought them to 16 grand, and we took over Hilton Head. We took over Hawaii. Nobody sells more real estate in Hilton Head, South Carolina than EXP. Nobody sells more real estate in Oahu, Kona, Maui, Kauai. Like, it's not Sotheby's, it ain't Compass, it's not Remax or Keller Williams, it is EXP. We outsell everybody in the Hawaiian Islands. And we have hundreds and hundreds of agents, and they're on fire. But if they came for that cap, so you have 3 that came to recruit and 22 that came for whatever the reason was. They like our collaboration. They like our culture. They like you. I like you. But they didn't come to recruit. Why would you expect to have anything more than 50 or 60 agents? You didn't have a buy box. So when I meet a new agent, I don't walk, I run. Nancy Reagan, 1980s, say no to drugs. Say no to new agents. Now give them to somebody in your group who doesn't care about their future. They just want to sell. They play the short game. They're a master of the short game. They sell 90 homes a year. It is tragic. I promise you, we'll take their shirt off and I'll show you the scars on their back. I'll show you the scars on their wrists, on their arms. You sell 90 homes a year, you're probably divorced or getting divorced. You have no life. You work all the time. You work 6, 7 days a week. For most people who sell 90 homes a year, even 40 or 50 or 60 homes a year. It is crazy. I've sold 5,000. I have scars. My wife and I have been to marriage counseling plenty, right? I mean, plenty, because I'm type A person, and type A person can be stupid when it comes to relationships. We're like, everyone's fine, we're good, let's go, let's go. And all of a sudden you're blazing a trail so hard, so fast forward, you leave everyone in the dust. Your husband, your wife, your kids. And so you got to get around people who iron sharpens iron, say, that's not okay for you to work 7 days a week. It's really, unless you got massive financial problems, you shouldn't work 6. You should be able to get it done in 5. And years ago, probably 16 years ago, I dropped it to 4. I work Monday through Thursday. Oh, that's because you're rich. No, tried to go bankrupt in 2009. I lost my home in 2010. I literally had to move into a rental in 2010. I didn't pay off my taxes till 2019. It took me 9 years to pay off my tax debt, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of tax debt. See, some of you got it too good. That's why you're not motivated. You got it too good. You're too comfortable. You don't have, I don't need to do this one. You probably won't. I didn't. I joined in like 2017, 9 years ago, and had hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'd been paying off, but it's 50% Pell's entry. It's like spit in the wind, and the wind's coming at you, and you're spitting that way. It was brutal. And so I think some of you just don't have a big enough reason to go do it. I mean, I needed to do this. I didn't kind of maybe should want to do it. And so I said no to the new agents, give them away to your group. I'm not into agent attraction. I just want to sell my 30 homes a year from my family. I want to help anybody. If you're not into recruiting agents, it means you're not into helping people. Oh, I love to help people. Then go recruit someone and help them. Well, I don't want to do that. I just want to be that guy, that gal. Oh, you just want to worry about yourself and be a narcissist and provide for me and mine. Recruiters are the most selfless people in the world. They pour, they give. They're like, I don't know if I want to do that. Okay, just provide for your family and tack out and call it good. So give the new agents, give the agents who sell 2, 3, 4, 5 homes a year, give them to people in your group. Not saying not to do it. The people who don't care about rev share. But I sponsored 25 people in my first 5 months who cared about revenue share. All 25. If they didn't have EXP insomnia, I'm like, you're not in. You're not my guy. You're not my gal. And 5 of them did it. Only 5? Why did the other 20 do it? I don't know. 25 people could join a gym in your town and 5 show up. About 3, 4, 5 months later, 5 show up out of the 25. It's called the 80-20 rule. 20% are going to do it. I don't know. Why don't you go to the gym? I've had gym memberships my whole life and I'm kind of chunky. But guess what? I am in the gym every single morning now, 7 days a week, because I finally said, this I'm going to do. And it sucks and I hate it. But the second I get on the treadmill and I start moving, I do an hour every single day. Then I learn to go to 3.5, 5.5, 7.5, 10, 15. I do the last part at 15. That's just, the thing goes like this. And I never sweat. I used to go to the gym and never sweat. My shirt is soaked. I mean, it's free. It's not wet sweating. It is completely soaked. Man, I'm doing it. I feel good about myself. You think about what you're not doing and you get depression, you get anxiety, and you're like, oh, I'm a loser. And you start saying bad things to yourself. But you go the second you take action action. The second you take a step in the direction of your goals and dreams and doing things for your family with the right intention in your heart, game over, baby. Game over. You're like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And then every other day I get on the weights. Every other day I'm bench pressing, I'm curling, I'm pulling down behind my neck, I'm doing the triceps, and man, my muscle, I'm getting stronger. I've been doing this for like 2 whole months now, but I've never done it like that. I've always gone to the gym. I literally would never sweat. Never. I mean, I did sweat. I'm sweating now, baby. How do you the harder you work, the luckier you get. And so I'll tell you this. Going back to this little thing. Going back to our little right here. This little guy right here. Right here. This is not a pipe dream. I sponsored 25 people who wanted to do it, and 5 exploded. In 100 days, I had 100. In 6 months, I had 370. In a year, I had 880. The next year, I had 3,500. Today, I have over 40,000. I had a buy box. Write down that word buy box. Do you have a freaking buy box? Are you just going to list homes, little beat up condos in the worst part of Durango, Colorado, and the worst part of Colorado Springs, Colorado, like the dangerous part? Every city has their bad area. Like, you could do it. Don't you care about helping people? Yeah, but I care about my kids more. You should, and once you got your family covered, then you could go help people. I mean, we have spreadsheets of organizations we supply financially and we do stuff for. But here's the deal. You need to, if you're going to be away from your family, I would not be the master seller in a mobile home park where all the mobile homes are 120, 140, 100. So you're selling 80 of them. You could sell 10 homes at $1 million and make way more money than 80 mobile homes. Now, if this is your mission in life to help the senior citizens sell those, fine, good. If you feel that God has called you to that, please be obedient, do it. But for most people, a buy box. So the buy box for the avatar, for the agent, to know your client, like the Ritz-Carlton knows theirs, the Holiday Inn knows theirs, and Motel 6 said, do you know yours? Who are your clients? Are you a luxury agent? Do you work with $1 million is your bottom line? Everything under $1 million you refer out, take a 25% referral fee on. Do you know that for agents at EXP? I think, well, it's hard to find those people. No. Seneca noticed, he's an ancient Greek philosopher, I believe, thousands of years ago. He knows this. He says, it is not because things are difficult that you do not try. It's because you do not try that things are difficult. It has nothing new under the sun, guys. Nothing new. It says that. I think Solomon said that. It's the same thing. Why would, but it's dangerous out there. There's lions, Now there's I don't know. There's craziness out there. I got to protect myself. And you know what? You could do all things through Christ. If you're a Christian. If you're not, then you can do all things through you. Good luck. Enjoy that. Anyway, you be a God, but not me. If you've ever been to AA, a higher power, maybe that's comfortable for you. Say a higher power, whatever it is for you, man. But so I'll say this. Is this doable? Check this out. This is today. So my revenue share group right here, I have 40,000. I have people on levels 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It keeps going. But I only get paid on 7 levels. So at my 7 levels, I'm coming up on 19,000. I have 18,659 agents. But look at level 1. I've been here 9 years. So I have 88 agents that I personally sponsored that are here selling real estate. Now and it really came from 25. They told 524 agents on tier 2, 524. What did I say here? 100. So multiply that times 5. Then tier 3, what's tier 3? Level 3, 1,193 agents. Look at here, I got 500, so I have twice that. So you can take that number and double it. It's $1 million a year from one of the 7 levels. One of my 7 levels. And now, if you remember this, let me get rid of this. We go back to this. I mean, I spend every day I show these. I don't know what you guys do. This is what I camp out on. I mean, I want people who want to do this. I don't want people excited about land and farm, ranch and land, or commercial. I mean, I want them, but I want them excited about this. They're not my buy box. So that's why my business exploded, because I was very particular. They like the Icon program, out. They like the EXP stock, out. They like Glenn Sanford, out. They liked our tech platform, out. They like out. They like out. Commercial, out. They got to want to recruit. And so I was a team leader for Keller Williams. We didn't talk to people unless they sold 10 homes a year. period. We do our buy box at Keller Williams. What they do for Keller Williams, largest real estate brokerage in the world with no stock and no revenue share, which is why we will pass them. We have stock and revenue share. But the key, I had people like stock, they don't like the revenue share. It's a stock you can get by selling. I don't want people to sell. They're a dime a dozen. Listen to me. This sounds crazy. You got to get me. I would rather have somebody who knows nothing about real estate, like a Kyle Kunkel. Maybe he's the manager of the shoe department at Nordstrom's. Maybe he's the general manager of Nordstrom. Maybe he's a pharmaceutical sales rep. Maybe he sells medical devices. Maybe he sells office equipment. Maybe he's the general manager of freaking Taco Bell, but he's got fire in the belly. He's got a twinkle in his eye. His trajectory's head north. You could tell this guy, this gal, she's got something. And you go, you know what? You ought to do real. I would rather sponsor someone with energy and a bright countenance who's humble and willing to learn and hungry. That hunger's your number one out. I'd rather sponsor that person than someone selling 600 homes a year. You guys go whale hunting. It's the dumbest thing. I'm going whale hunting. I'm going to find someone sells 400 homes a year. You know what they're doing? They're trying to maintain that or get to 500. They're not recruiting. I have agents who sell 600-700 homes a year that don't recruit. They're trying to get to 1,000 homes a year. They're so busy trying to not go bankrupt. We have a guy I'm recruiting in Canada right now, sells 700 homes a year. He's filing for bankruptcy. 700 homes a year, and he's filing for freaking bankruptcy because you have to have a CMO hat, Chief Marketing Officer. You have to have a CEO hat. You have to have a COO hat, Chief Operations Officer. You have to have a CFO hat, Chief Financial Officer. You have to wear all these hats running a team, and he's terrible at the CFO part. He didn't hire anyone to do it, and he literally is in tax debt with Canada, and he's going bankrupt at 700 sales a year. So I would rather have somebody who knows nothing about real estate, and then they go, "Do I need to learn how to sell real estate?" I'm like, "Please don't, please, dear Lord." Well, don't we need revenue to have revenue share? Yeah. Well, if they don't sell, how do we get revenue? So I have people who know nothing. I've sponsored in EXP. So you guys are all trying to talk to agents. You should talk to managers at Taco Bell. You should talk to the general manager at Nordstrom's. You should talk to a general manager of your gym. Find people that have hit those ceiling and they know they're made for more. They know they got more in the tank. They're looking. They're hungry. They're looking. Find those people. Quit thinking of real estate agents. Stop it. And then they would say, "Do I have to sell real estate?" Man, please don't. I prefer you never. I got to teach them. It take 2 years. FHA, VA, CalVet, closing costs, disclosures, surveys, wells, septic, roofs, certifications, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff is a lot. It takes a year or two just to get okay. I go, let's not do any of that. Well, then I don't have anything to offer. Oh, EXP has fast cap. EXP has AI training. EXP has all the classes. Let them offer. You know, the biggest, well, when I get to 70, 80, 100, and people respect me, respect yourself. Respect yourself. When people, you don't respect you, that's the problem. I want people to respect me. No one has to, I respect I don't need anyone's respect. Come on. And so here's the deal. I took those people, I said, you know people, I know people sell 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 homes a year. My college roommate, my buddy I grew up with, a friend down the street. I had a guy who sold a body shop. I have a guy who ran a body shop. He's retired living in Montana. You guys don't know him. He does $1 billion a year in sales at EXP. None of you know him. His name's Rick Violette. You don't know him. Lives in Montana. He's retired. He knows nothing about real estate. He doesn't know what a lockbox is. And he's retired in Montana. And you're the big pro. And you're thinking, well, once I succeed, then agents will listen to me. Write this down. Your personal development will equate your professional income. If your professional income and development is not where you want it to be, it's because you're not working on you. You don't go to John Maxwell stuff. Well, I went 5 years ago. No, you don't like, I go to stuff like this every 2 or 3 months. Every year, I'm a part of a Zenith Business Group. They're Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. Pace Morby's a part of it. Everybody there kind of owns $100 million, $200, $300, $400, $500 million company. There are people there, $1 billion. There's 25 of us in the world. It's $250,000 a year for the membership. Like people pay that for their country club in the Rockies and Vail, $250,000 one time, and then you're in. You just pay your $1,800 a month. No, it's $250,000 every year. And 12 months ago, I paid $250,000, and I recently paid $250,000. I paid $500,000 in 12 months. Boom, boom. And then the flying and the other stuff I do, but it's $250,000 a year plus travel and other events I go to. I bet you I spend $400,000 a year on my personal development because I'm a work in progress. I need help. My wife and I just went to a marriage training last week, a class that we really want you to take our relationship to the next level because we're not settle for kind of people. It was $12,000 for 5 days. When's the last time you spent $12,000 on a marriage? I'm not saying you have to. We're going to another one in Napa at the end of the month here. I don't even know what that costs. But we want our marriage to be exciting. We want our marriage to be freaking mind-blowing, unbelievable. Is that your marriage? No. We kind of sweep it under the rug, under the fridge, and like somehow it'll just get better. Things get better if you work at it. Work at being a dad. Work at being a mom. Like, why does it have to be so hard? It just is. The Bible says the world's full of trials and tribulations. Ain't necessarily going to be easy, but if you work at it, it's rewarding. And you can be a great mom and a great dad and a great lover and a great husband and wife and a friend. You can become something amazing, but you're so worried about thinking about what people think about you. And that is the epic center of narcissism. Quit worrying what people think about you. If you have love in your heart and you've offered them a piece of bread and they say, no, you're a pyramid, you're just trying to recruit me, hurt people. They say good things, but you let it bother you. You got to be like a Patriot missile. Shatter that, just falls off you. And this is how I became the #1 Remax agent in California. I don't worry about what people think about me. I don't care what they think. I have self-respect. I'm doing honorable things. I'm working hard. If they're not interested, oh, you real estate agents, you're all the same. You're like car salesmen. Those are just hurt. Would you ever say that to people? Oh, you car salesman, you're the scum of the earth. Would you say that to a car salesman? Like, what happened to that person who's treating you like, instead of being, oh, it hurt my feelings, it hurt me, it hurt me, it hurt me. How about having empathy for them? Like, oh my gosh, what is their home life? What is their childhood like? Because hurt people, my pastor always said this, hurt people hurt people. So by the way, if you look at these numbers, there's unlimited numbers of agents on tiers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here we go. I'll show you this. Tier 4, 2,300 agents. Tier 5, 3,700 agents. Tier level 6, 5,100. Level 7, 5,500. Rob Flick has over 10,000 on his tier 7. My sponsor, Sheila Fairstrand, she's got similar numbers. She sponsored me. Like, well, she sponsored you. Yeah, okay, fine. And she makes $350,000 a month and hasn't done anything in years and years and years and years and years and years and years. She doesn't make as much as me, but $350,000 a month, you can budget on that. She's like, Brent, you've changed my life, and she's written books. She gives to orphans. She travels. She's anytime I say, hey, I get this cause, would you like to do? Boom, she writes a check. She does it. And so she just last month donated over $5,000 to Sell a Home, Save a Child. There's a need and boom, done. And so, but how about you? So this is unlimited. So it's pretty exciting what you can do there for your family. So the question to you is, what are you going to do? So I want to encourage you. I'm going to open this up for Q&A, but everybody wants to earn revenue share and to make it work. Why wouldn't you? It's kind of cool. Do you not want to get some listings and sell them? My first 5 months of the XP, I listed 25 homes. How are you in the next 5 months would like to list 25 properties in Scottsdale, in Las Vegas, Summerlin, in wherever the good areas are, in Colorado Springs, in Fort Lauderdale, the good part. And I listed the good stuff, 25 homes. It'd be like, you're seriously, and you sell them all and you get paid 25 times in the next 5 months. Be kind of cool. Average commission, maybe these days, 15,000, 18,000, 20,000 a pop times 25. Pretty cool. Just not in a year, just for the next 5 months. Mike Johnson, unmute yourself. We're going to role play. Say, Mike, I want you to say, Brent, how much do you get paid today for those 25 homes you sold 9 years ago?
So how much do you get paid for those homes you sold 5 years ago?
9 years ago, zero. 8 years ago, zero. 7 years ago, you too. You don't get. If I was a stockbroker and a financial guy, and I go, give me your money, and in 7, 8, 9 years, you'll have zero. The ROI will be nothing. And you're head down, butt up, pumping out escrows. I did 20 this year. I know I can get to 30. And that's good. I was that guy too. You're that gal too. Nothing wrong with that. But there's a better way. People used to do a horse and buggy. That's how they got across America. And then Ford invented the car. Like, well, that thing's scary. It backfires the horse. It scares the horses. They tried to shut Ford down. you know, and then 8-track cassette tapes and vinyl records. Oh, I love my vinyl records. I got 200 vinyl record collection. People came out with the cassette tape. Like, well, that's weird. They think it gets messed up. And then that led to, digital music and online and all these things. You can't stop progress. Don't be afraid of AI. You guys were talking about Skynet. We were joking around. You know what? There's this person, if you believe, called God, the Alpha and the Omega. This is AI, the most advanced form of AI. Just, I don't even think it's like AI can't make the ocean waves flat. They can't say, let there be light. AI will never. Do not be afraid of AI. Don't be afraid of technology, okay? So here's the bottom line. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? By the way, those first 5 months that I listed 25 homes, get this. I really want you to get this. And we're going to open up for Q&A. I also listed 25 agents. So Mike, unmute yourself again. My fear of the beard. I love his beard, so I'm picking on Mike. Mike, say, Brent, what do you make today from the 25 agents you listed while you listed 25 homes? You got to kind of do them both at the same time. You got to burn the candle at both ends just a little bit. What does that earn you today, Brent?
So Brent, on those 25 agents you recruited, what are you making on them compared to the 25 homes that you sold back in 9 years ago?
Great question, Mike. I'm glad you asked. So the homes are gone. Those people moved to Nashville. They moved to Phoenix. They moved to Las Vegas. They moved to Fort Lauderdale. They moved to Colorado. My neighbor, my dear friend, moved to Colorado Springs. There, my friend. That's right, Lisa. They're my neighbors, the Thurstons, live in Colorado Springs. And I referred them an agent, I don't know, 16 years ago, but they all moved. And I don't know these people anymore. I mean, I still stay in touch, but you kind of don't. They leave, they're gone. But the agents of the 25, 20 are still here. And they told their friends, who told their friends, who told their friends. And to kind of tell you how that worked out, because I was serious, write this down, what you focus on expands. What you focus on expands. My first revenue share check was $5,000. My first one. That's $60,000 a year. My second one was $10,000. That's $120,000 a year. My third one was 10. I audited EXP. I was shocked. I was only making $10,000 a month in revenue share my third month. How many of you 3 months from now, if you got $10,000 revenue share check, you'd be like, we're auditing EXP. Those crooks, they must have missed. I didn't really think they were crooks, but I go, they obviously missed some closings. So we found out our group wasn't that big then. And we found out all the closings and we added them up and tell you, it was exactly right. It was $10,000. It was February, the shortest month of the year. And so it was $10,000. So March is a 4-week month or 5-week month. I told my wife, baby, this month it'll be $15,000. You mean by the 4th month at EXP, you're making $15,000 a month? By the way, what's your mortgage payment? I bet you it's not $15,000 a month. That would cover your mortgage. You mean you're 4 months away from having your mortgage payment be covered by EXP? Yep. If you want to quit playing tiddlywinks, if you want to focus on the right things, you can focus on luxury, mistake. Focus on commercial, mistake. You could pay Smorby. Bring Trolls pay Smorby. I think you should do it, but what's your main focus? Energy flows to where focus goes. Where focus goes, energy flows. What are you focused on? So in the morning, I focus on God. I spend time reading my Bible and I get myself right here. And then from there, I kiss my family goodbye and I focus on business. And then in the gym, I'm in the gym in the morning. I spend a lot of time. I go to bed at 9 now. I went to go to bed at midnight or 1. Now, when I was fat, I'm still chunky. Okay. So that's not fair, but I would go to bed at midnight or 1. Now I'm go to bed at 9, latest 10, but I'm up at 5 in the morning. I was like, who gets up at 5? You guys are weird. I'm exhausted because I went to bed at midnight or 1. I get up at 5 and I get hours and hours and hours to spend time with God, to pray, to read, to work out, to, if you got a spa or a pool or I got a barrel sauna from Costco for $49.99. We love the barrel sauna, but go do your thing. But my mornings are really important to me. It sets me up for the day. It sets me up for the day. Are you that intentional and purposeful? So I told my wife, it was our 4th full month revenue share check, not profit share, bite my tongue. It'll be 15. It wasn't. Never promise your wife something's going to happen. Fortunately for me, it was more. It was $27,000 my 4th month. Do you make $27,000 a month? Because I did. You can too. I will help you. Kyle will help you. And I'll give you a little secret here. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, God, this is a bad idea. I have lactic acid in my legs. Oh, God, I'm sore from all the tug on treadmill. I'm like a walking step. You do an hour on the treadmill. So here's the secret. Kyle will help you. God will help you. And God will help you. Build this business on your knees, man, before the Lord, asking him, not for bless me, bless me, bless me, but God, help me out here, Lord. And I say, I would love to work with Mike Johnson, but God, if you want to leave him at Century 21 because he's on assignment for you at Century 21, that's where I want him. God can down on our plate. He says, lay your plans at my feet. Again, if you don't believe in God, then the higher power. Leave your plans at the higher power. Like, I don't believe in that stuff either. Okay, then you got your plans. Go for it. It's cool, man. Seriously, I love you. No weird thing there. But I'm just telling you my story. You do what you want. And then that month, from the fourth month on, it bounced between 27,000 a month and 34,000 a month for the rest of the year. I made $286,000 in revenue share my first year. The next year, almost $1.3 million. I added $1 million to it year two. But I had a buy box. They have to have good energy. You ever meet people that are cranky, crotchety? They're like grumpy 40-year real estate brokers. I hate people. Maybe you did a transaction with one recently. Don't talk to those people. Culture counts. So they're not in the buy box, right? And then let's see, I got 5 minutes left. And then they have to have good energy, not to sound new agey or whatever, but they, like Kyle Kunkel's a great example of that. Nicole Richards is a great example of that. These people walk in your life. Mike, I get great feeling of the rest of you, I'm not sure about. No, I'm kidding. But when Nicole and Mike and Kyle walk in the room, you're like, oh, Kyle's here, Nicole's here, Mike's here, and you're kind of like, like when I go to church, I'm not like, oh, I'm here, but I'm like, I'm aware of my face on a Zoom. Like, you ever watch me on a Zoom? You should watch me. I'm like this, And so I learned to smile when I talk. I used to do it. You can't smile when you talk. Go ahead. I want you to be mad at me right now. Just go ahead. Try to think mad at me. Just go ahead. Try to be mad at me right now. You can't be mad at somebody smiling at you. Now, if I said be mad at me, you could definitely do it. Like some of you're listening so intently, but you got to pay attention to your face. You got to lift the room. When you walk in the room, you just say, I'm going to bring God's love into this room. I'm going to bring light. I'm going to be light in the dark. I'm going to bring it in. My presence is going to be peaceful. It's going to be loving. Like, I don't know what it is about Matt, but I like that dude. I don't know what it is about JC, but I like JC. And John, man, I love that guy. And you want to be that gal, Lisa, and Tara, you want to be that gal or that guy for us guys that people want to see. You know that person. They come like, oh man, so-and-so's here. I love Luis. He's the coolest dude in the world. And so enter the room and give love, bring energy, not your bad attitude. You know what I mean? This is a Zoom room. Bring it here. Show up. Take notes. Go for it. So I think my third year, it was 3.5 million. The fourth year, 5.1 million. The fifth year, 7.3 million. It just took off. And some of you are like, I'm good with 500,000 a year passive income. I'm good. Let's go do that. Let's help you do that. How do you do it? Help other people. How do you do it? You help other people. Why don't you retire, Brent? If you make all this money, I am going to retire. The rumors are true. I just want you guys to know I'm retiring in about 25 to 30 years. I love what I do. I'm not shoveling coal in a coal mine. I'm not welding ships in a shipyard 10, 12 hours a day. I'm changing lives. I really believe in my mission. I know why I'm on the planet. I have an assignment and I'm doing it. I'm here to love and to spread light and to be a representative of God and to hopefully do that well. And I'm do it poorly at times. I am not perfect. Do not put me on a pedestal. We fight for our marriage. We fight for our children. My weight. I'm fighting for my weight. I'm on all the supplements. I hired a sports doctor. My testosterone was like 80. Like literally 80. It's supposed to be 800 to 1200. I was 80. Like, can you move? I go, yeah, I can move. Because I got energy, right? And people take drugs, they drink it. They're trying to make them drink and shoot up and take drugs to be happy. It's something that comes from within, and God gives you a deposit in your heart, and you're able to get out. It comes from here. You don't have to shoot it up or drink it to get energy. I need some liquid courage. No, you don't. Man, I'm excited for you guys. So I left 2 minutes for Q&A. Sorry, but I just I think I had some liquid courage. Honestly, I had 2 cups of coffee this morning. I know I just told you not get liquid courage, but
This
coffee
is
does help.
this is my first and only question. Is this recorded? Because I love to play it back for myself.
Mwah. I tell you what, I don't know if it's recorded, but I'm going to send Kyle the best talk I've ever given in my life to EXP. It was a month ago, right before Easter. It was either before or after Easter, and I got to speak to 102 of the top leaders in this company, and they record it. And so I'll send it to Kyle. He can give it to all of you.
Thank you
And then
so much.
also, if today was recorded, because I hit some new things today, you can listen to. But
Yeah.
I'll give it to Kyle. Kyle, are you? You're muted, Kyle. I think.
Yeah, it's recorded, and then yeah, and then you may have sent me that one already, but you can
Yeah,
send it
yeah.
again.
So you could give them both. The other one, yeah. So any other questions? Thank you, Luis. Thank you. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Is it?
Well,
Is
JC is
it? I mean,
jumping up,
Louis.
so that's for sure.
Louis. It's Louis. I'm sorry. I don't have my glasses on, so it's a little tiny.
All good. Well, I know JC is definitely signing up, so thank you.
Oh, right on, JC. Right on. Oh, is JC a guest? He's not with EXP? That's funny,
Yeah,
man. He's got, hey, JC, not only you have the cool purple shirt, the Miami vibe, but you have a great smile, dude. You have a Hollywood smile, man. Look at that smile. I would
Thank you,
sign up
brother.
with you.
Thank you.
You bet. Anybody else? Final question. It's 11. I got time for one question. Anybody? All right.
What's the
Then,
first thing you would do today to start?
oh man, that's a That's a longer question. I tell you what, have me back on because I can't answer that in 30 seconds. That's a
Okay.
bit longer. But make a list of 200 names, carve out time to text people. Hey, John, you got a second? Hey, Matt, you got a second? Hey, Lisa, you got a second? Hey, Nicole, yeah, what's up? And then meet with them first. Make a deposit like a bank. Before you get a withdrawal, you make a deposit, help them. Well, I don't have everything to help them with. Well, learn something about AI, learn something about listings and share what you learn. They share what they learn. You start developing a relationship, but you help them, you make deposits. John Maxwell says that you want to add value and then you become more valuable. I say, I'm going to become more valuable than your sales manager at Century 21. I'm going to help you more than your Remax franchise owner. That is my goal to do that. And you don't ever have to come to EXP. I will love you and help you and serve you, whether you come to EXP or not. And so hope this was helpful today. I'd love to come back in a month or two and dive into some nuts and bolts, even in the next month, if Kyle will have me. If you guys, that was horrible, never have that guy back, then I won't be back. So you guys just tell Kyle, thumbs up. Here, how about this? We'll do, who saw the movie Gladiator and Caesar's there and like, does the guy live or die? And he's like, and then he goes, boom, or boom. So right now, how'd Brent do today? Was it everyone do this or this? And then was it like this or hit? What do we got? What do we got? A thumbs up? Okay. All right, all right. Tara didn't vote. She didn't vote. So she's like, thumbs down, he's terrible. All right. You guys are called her out. All right. Love you guys. Have a great day. Mwah. Thank you, Kyle. We'll see you.
love you,
You're
Brent. Appreciate you,
always
brother.
fabulous, Brent.
You're sweet. All right. Thank you. Bye.
Adios. All right, guys. Hey, I'm gonna make sure to get you guys the recording. One thing I did want to throw in here because I do think the math matters. Mike and Jay always talk about that, and so I have a calculator that's a part of Brent's model explained. If you go click on his model explained, you can see the calculator, and then just do the math for yourself, right? Like, hey, what does your first 10 look like? And what does the next, 20 or 50 or 100 like? What does that look like? And also find talent. Like I think finding talent is something that's super underestimated. I have 2 people right now that are not in real estate that are getting their license, and just for facts, like you can have somebody get licensed and stack underneath them and they have 90 days to get their license. And so there's just so many possibilities out there. So think of different influencers, different people with talent. You meet somebody who's got a ton of energy and they're washing cars. You're like, okay, like, are you general manager of cars of a dealership or a store or whatever? Like look for talent. Mike says this all the time, like find talent. Like he's the Dr. Dre who finds Eminem, right? Like that's what you're looking for. So you find talent, whether they're in real estate or not, have that buy box, find that energy and change your life and change theirs, right? So that's what's possible. I'm going to throw that calculator in there. Love you guys. Talk to you guys soon.